What's going on? It's Ron from the Handy Tradesman Services Solutions. Getting up, it's about 8 something, but we got a lot of things to accomplish today. This week, got a lot of big projects coming up. I got a roof I'm helping out with today, and it's probably gonna take 2 or 3 days. Hopefully, it can be faster than that. So we're gonna do a roof today, and then we got a carpet install coming up, and then we have a painting job coming up. So 3 big projects coming up. I'm saying they're big because it's not nothing like I usually do, like changing a faucet or changing a toilet. These are going to require like hours of work and pays big money right in the month, just in time for rent to pay the mortgage. So I'm gonna get ready. We're gonna get on the road. I got to stop at Home Depot first to check out some carpets and see how much they cost per square feet, whatever, and send my quote. And then we're head to the house, the property, to do the roof. So let's get it going. So I'm looking for some carpet for this rental property. I know the client's gonna want something just affordable, nothing expensive. So I think like something here, like $1.34 per square feet. Maybe even like no more than $2.50. So I just got to find the right color. Gotta find the right color. This is nice for $2.05. So let me try to find something like this, but in the right color. Yeah, cool. Turn off the roof.
Yeah, they put existing. Turn off. This is why you got that spec. That's why it's leaking. Now we pulling it all the way down. That's heat from the valley, and this is where it's jumping off over here. Watch, get all this shit up. See, this the tedious work though. Pretty much out the way. Just here. These nails right here, hammer down. Here in the pop, we tear this shit out right here. Okay. Now the water under there.
What is going on? So we're still here doing the roof. Seems like we found a lot of things wrong that the previous person did. I'm ignorant when it comes to the roofing, so I got like 2 other bids, and it seems like everybody says the same thing. They see a spot where the leak was at, and then it looks like there's some other stuff. They cut corners. Like I guess they put another layer of shingles on top of existing layer of shingles. I'm not sure if that's best practice or that's common, or if that's the right way or another way. I don't know, but we're gonna rip that section out, and put, I'm letting them do it. I'm just recording everything. I'm just learning. So I just ran and got some modified torch down. I guess they're gonna put on the valley. I think that's what it's called. I'll record it and everything, but yeah, it seems there's a lot when it comes to roofing. And I see why roofing costs so much, why they charge so much, because there's a lot that goes into it. Do I want to pick up the skill? I don't know. I think I'll just rather sub it out and let the professionals, specialists deal with it, and I'll just sub it out. So heading back to the property. We probably got it's 2 o'clock right now. We probably got 3 more hours, 4 more hours of sunlight before it gets dark. So hopefully we can make some progress, because it seems like it's taking a long time. And that could be because, I don't know too much about roofing. And I think we're like tearing out the parts that are wrong and doing it correctly this time. So yeah. It's not over. Okay. Right, go ahead.
So all this is dry water, but we just cleaned out all the shingles. So we tying in right here and putting new step back on. The leak started from right here. It was wet, So water getting in somewhere it came up. That's why we tore off to up there. We're gonna put our dip up in here, the modified torch on. Coming right here, the water was going under all this metal, which where you supposed that where the leak was over there, when you banged on the thing. So the water kind of like stopped right there. Now it's going. It went under all this.
Lift it up.
It went under all. It's wet.
Yeah, it's wet.
Yeah, that's water. So that means water been coming under here and under here, under the back of this flasher.
Yeah.
Like this. Look, it's the house. So
Yeah.
water going here, that's wood. It's going straight into the house.
Okay.
So when we put our
So
material,
even though the flashing, there was another piece of flashing there. It wasn't.
and remember how far back it was also too?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And that water will go under all this. And that flashing was started right here when we pulled it out, which is supposed to be all the way flush against this wall. Okay, being that it wasn't, water going under here, you can see the main exposed. So we putting another flashing right there, and then we putting our modified torch on. That's gonna stop in this valley, which is a nice, good waterproof that we use
Okay.
for this valley, and we putting a piece of modified down there. And once we put that on with that little torch, that's what we need the little torch for this part. The big part we need the torch for right here. And then we're gonna run our shingles to there. We're gonna put this wood back on, paper all this, put branded paper over this, and boom.
All right.
So we wanted to show you exposed. I'm gonna cut this. Wanted to show you even because all this is where the water came. It stopped like all right here, wet. Wet. Once we put our little dib on, we're gonna put our metal first, and that's primer spray. In order for that dib to catch on metal, you have to flash it. You spray it with that primer. That allows it to stick. That's what we use for tar. So we got it now. We're gonna tie in from this little area right here.
All right.
Okay, we look about even. Lower in with your base a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, just there. That's gonna be a little tight. All right, that's straight. That looks straight on both sides to me.
Do it like inch by inch, or just roll it.
If that transition wasn't right here, then we would have hit the whole thing.
That's not gonna stick. That's the stick side too. Put it on that side.
All right, so we are done with the roof, but I'm tell you what, I'm gonna have these roofers come back because there's some stuff that I know I'm not a roofer, but it's common sense. First off, they left all the shingles on the roof, so I had to go up there, bring them all down. They left that leaf blower on the roof. They left the incision core on the roof. So I clear all that up. I left my tools on the roof. So I'm gonna show you guys what I think needs to be done. You guys let me know. So we had to make this valley all over again. And you know, I think I see another problem. First off, I could be wrong, but just have some consistency with your stuff. You got clear caulking right here, but then you have black caulking right here. And then you have the clear one or white right there, black right there, black right there. Like, what happened here? If you run out, go get some more. Do it right. Clear right here. Maybe this will like darken over time, but that's one thing I saw. Left shingles on the roof. So this valley was a mess before. I'll put a picture in how it looked before. They cut that all out and they say they fixed it, right? I guess this is called weaving in right here. And the reason why the shingles are different is because these I guess they're called presidential, was gonna take 90 days to come in. So the owner ordered these. He's like, just use these, make it look as best as possible. So first thing I saw when it said they were completed, I had to leave. I had to leave for emergency. This right here, I'm pretty sure they could have made this look a lot better. Why not just make it flush, you know? Just cut the rest of this off. I'm not a roofer, but that's what I would have done. This looks like it's not completed. And then this right here, this is what I see. If you go down here, you can see that there's a lip right there. So when water comes down, it's going to get, eventually when it stops raining, there's water going to be sitting right here. If it'll stop getting out of focus, it's going to stay right in there. The other part, I'm not sure. It might happen with this whole thing right here. Well, I wish they would have done this, like, just, I guess, take some of the out underneath and make it more of a slope. And now I think it's gonna happen right here too, on this ridge. So let's look. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's enough of a slope that it'll go down. I'm talking about this all the way up, all the way down. Hopefully the water will flow down. But it doesn't look like enough of a slope to where I think I hope, especially like this one right here. This one right here. This right here looks like water will stay. But we'll see. And when water stays and piles up and doesn't go this way, it go back that way and it'll go underneath, stay underneath. So hope that doesn't happen. We have this right here. Maybe it could just be pushed down. Maybe that's all that needs to be done. Push down. But see, stick it up like that, water's just gonna, hopefully it'll go back down and just roll off that way. So I don't think this is a problem right here. But I'm definitely gonna have to call back, especially for this right here. This is my biggest concern. And then, oh, this is what I was looking at right here. So you have this, I guess, valley going down right here, and it's supposed to go that way. But it looks like this goes down, and there's like a little slope that goes up. Maybe we can see it. You see? Am I tripping? Or does this side go up a little bit? And it's gonna go right underneath there. So it goes right underneath there. Okay. Actually, this looks fine because we got this underneath. So it's just gonna flow down. Okay, so it's not bad. All right. This is my concern right here though. So, roofers, this was all done before. The roof prior to this was horrible. They didn't get no ridge caps right here. It was just horrible. Or is this the hip? I forget what it's called. This is the ridge, right? This is the hip. I'm still learning. Roofers, let me know if this is done correctly and if this past job was done correctly. Or what would you do differently? I would like to know. Remember, we had to cut all this out right here because this was like, I'll put the picture in and you'll see how bad it was. All right, guys. And this is why I want to learn how to do roofing. So when I call roofing contractor, whatever, I know what to look out for. Also, this is very dangerous what I'm about to do. I'm going down the ladder holding the phone. Ugh. Also, this is an exact perfect example of you get what you pay for. This person I hired, I knew them. And you know, they're, oh yeah, we'll give you a good price. All right, sometimes a good price comes with a consequence, is what I'm learning. What I've been known, actually. And I might have to talk with them and say, hey, I don't care about a good price. What I care about is, and the client, what they care about is getting it done correctly. You know, I'm pretty sure you can find a good price anywhere, but finding a good quality, reliable roofer or just a contractor, that's what they care about. The guy has, the person that owns this, he owns multiple properties. He doesn't care about the money. He cares about the quality and getting it done right. So yeah, subscribe, leave your comments. I know I want some feedback. I know you guys have a lot to say. So yeah.